Free agency set to kick off on Monday. So as we get closer, really Monday's that tampering, legal tampering, and then Wednesday or something like that is when you can actually sign. But really, it's Monday kicks off. So as we get closer to that, we're going to look at our free agents, make predictions on if they stay and if they go. And I saw this from M Live. They had a really good article. I generally agree with everything Kyle Meinke had to say here. And so you guys let me know in the comments your thoughts as we go through our free agents and who's going to be here and who's not. So he first starts with who he thinks will not be here. First one, Owarie. Yeah, he just regressed last year. Remember, it's hard to believe in 2021. It was like, man, hey, we got something here. Wait till Akuda comes back. We have Owarie and Akuda, and Owarie just could not get on the field. And then when he did, just lost all his confidence. He does what I don't say a bad corner does, but I guess I will. Like a bad corner panics when the ball's in the air and grabs the receiver, and just hard to watch. And so hopefully he can find a place and a fresh start, but he will not be back with us next year. Austin Bryant, same guy, same kind of thing. Hey, need you, might have something, showed some glimpses, was injured, but then we drafted Hutchinson, Pascal, and James Houston, but he still made the team. Still couldn't do anything. We're on to new defensive lineman. Austin Bryant will not be here. Nate Sudfeld, same thing. Caught him at the end of the offseason last year to be our backup, just because Boyle and Blower is so bad. It's like, let's just take a flyer. Sudfeld hasn't even been here. We'll take a flyer on him. But we're going to really work on, and this is the one area Brad Holmes has really just come right out and said, we're just going to do a lot better in the backup situation. So Sudfeld will be gone. So those are the no-brainers. Skipper, I think Skipper will be back. I think Skipper is just going to take a minimum. No one's going to offer him anymore. He knows he has a chance here. So he has this in a probably out category. I think Skipper does return, and I think we want him back. Chris Board, I think Chris Board does not return. He was a great special teams player, really wanted to try to crack the linebacker role. He did get in on third downs and tried to help us there, but at the end of the day, I think we can find a steady contributing linebacker that can also play special teams versus a special teams player that could maybe play linebacker. I think we want that linebacker depth and some explosiveness there. So I don't think Chris Board comes back. He has Isaiah Buggs and a probably not coming back. Now, the only reason I would say he doesn't come back is because somebody offers him more money than we are willing, but we really need D tackles, and I hate to see us just lose Isaiah Buggs. So I think Isaiah Buggs comes back. I think he's found a little home here and likes what we're doing. So I think Isaiah Buggs comes back. Let me know your thoughts in the comments there, because we cannot afford to lose D tackles right now. He's our only D tackle, really. That's like the big run stuffer. We need more of those. Aleem's big, but he's, interior, a little quicker. Levi might not be back. Kaminsky's more of a hybrid in and out guy. We need Buggs. So I think Buggs comes back. Will Harris, I love what he says here. Will Harris can play any position in the defensive backfield, but does he play any of them well? Great question. No, right? He's good. You can put him wherever, and out of necessity over these last 2 years between injuries, COVID, and just lack of talent, he's tried everything, and he can generally play it. But we need a little bit more high level out of our defensive backfield, whether it's corner, safety. So I just don't think Will Harris comes back. I think we just go in a different direction and try to find another corner. Justin Jackson, I really like Justin Jackson. I don't know why he didn't play more. Every time he touched the ball, seemed to have good things. He was a good run blocker or pass blocker, but I just don't know why he didn't play more. So I have a feeling he's gone. So I think Justin Jackson is gone as well. I think Mike Hughes, this is a coin flip. I think he comes back. I think we're just going to have a veteran presence, not counting on him to be a starter by any means, more of a hopefully you can win the job in camp type of situation. But I think we keep one, either Will Harris or Mike Hughes. I think we keep Mike Hughes. Could be in Alex Anzalone. Now, here's an interesting one. Anzalone has really put together 2 good seasons, but but it was at Detroit. And I say, but as in like hey man, you put together some really good seasons, but we've used you so much. Your usage rate, to talk about basketball, we needed you. So you were just bound to get a lot of tackles, and you're not the fastest, you're not all these things, but in general, you're just a good player for us. And I think he comes back because we see, hey, you're just a solid dude we can depend on at linebacker. And I think he comes back because he's like, hey, I know that generally I'm going to play. They're going to use me. And I don't know, though, because we don't want him to be our starting linebacker. No offense to him, but we want somebody, a real explosive dude next to Malcolm. Anzalone, does he want to come back and be a backup? Because I just got to believe linebacker is a spot we're trying to get better at, but also could see us saying plug in. We can't fill all of our holes again in one offseason. You just can't. So do you focus on defensive linemen and secondary and just say, hey, linebackers, you guys are good enough? Then you bring Anzalone back. CJ Moore, really good special teams player. He could come back, maybe not. If I had to pick between two special teams players, I would take Josh Woods. If you ever watch all the special teams, he is in there almost every play. Kickoff, punts, kickoff and punts, right? We are covering. He is just always there. He's a really good player. I love him. Michael Badgley, I know there's been a lot of talk about us getting a kicker and what that looks like. We'll absolutely get a kicker to compete, but I thought Badgley, all said and done, really settled down our kicking game. We were really not in a good place. I thought he didn't do bad. So Badgley, come on back. If he's our starting kicker next year, great. And it says right here, we could do a lot worse, but we could do better. Don't want to get greedy there. Badgley comes back. Now, top priorities. Now, he's got 4 top priorities here. Can you bring all 4 of your top priorities back? Here's the question, right? So I think for me, Kaminsky's a no-brainer. You have to have Kaminsky. When Kaminsky's there, everybody's better. Right there. Everyone was better when Kaminsky was on the field. The defense was better. Nobody impacted our defense more than Kaminsky. The first few games he was in, we were getting pressure. Remember against the Commanders? We just dominated that game. Just dominated. And then a few weeks later, he breaks his hand, and we just can't get any pressure. And teams like the Dolphins, remember, just up and down the field, and it was just off. We were off when he's not there. So Kaminsky's number one priority for me. Next number one priority for me is Evan Brown. The next priority, can you get Evan Brown? Another team may throw some big money at him, and if you can't get him, you can't get him. But Evan Brown's the next one. Next one's Jamal Williams for me. Jamal Williams is emotional leader. We get everything he does. We've talked about it a million times. Everybody knows it. Jamal Williams, get him at the right price. Let's just bring him back. We still have a lot of work to do in the running back room, but Jamal Williams, I think he returns. I think Kaminsky returns. Jamal Williams returns. I think DJ Chark, just because the wide receiver class is not that good, the free agent class, and people need wide receivers. It's how you make explosive plays. You need a wide receiver. I think he gets offered something big and he does not come back to us. We're okay because we do have Jameson Williams coming up behind him. And then Deshaun Elliott, we do have Kirby Joseph and Tracy Walker. So Deshaun Elliott, I still think he comes back. I still think he sees, man, Tracy Walker may not be healthy. Kirby Joseph, there's room for him. I think Deshaun Elliott comes back. So let me know your thoughts in the comments on this. I'm curious, when you look at our top priorities, can you bring every top priority back? You guess, but odds are probably one of these guys doesn't make it back, and I think it probably DJ Chark or Evan Brown are probably the two, right? Just because it's a position of need for a lot of teams, us included, but we're not dying at wide receiver. A year ago we were, and that's why we brought in DJ Chark. We had nobody. We didn't know St. Brown was going to be great. We didn't know we were going to draft Jameson Williams. So keep an eye on that. I think Jamal Williams comes back. I think Kaminsky comes back. Badgley, a few other of these guys that, we're not going to lose our minds if we don't get them. But like Anzalone, it'd be nice if we got him back. One of these corners. So let me know your thoughts in the comments as free agency kicks off very soon. Can't wait for it. See you on the next one.